Hello out there. How's everybody doing? And welcome to the State of Joe. I'm your host, Joe Santiago. School of some sort is thought of as a means to success in our arrogant and judgmental established norms society we all find ourselves in. With the promise of doing it their way will bring you the basic fundamental requirements in their eyes of making it and passing their litmus test of what a respectable, intelligent, successful person does. Again, all according to academia and the societal do's and don'ts, and what is tolerable and acceptable. Like they say, you have to work a good job or multiple jobs, and you must go to a university and learn how to think. And just keep your mouth shut and your head down. Work your monotonous hamster wheel of a job. Pay your taxes and add more debt to your outrageous high interest student loans with yet another sign of moving up the financial ladder. They tell you to have a car loan and maybe get a mortgage loan. But wait a minute. You were assured you would make it doing it their way. But with inflation and a less than adequate job market, it seems like their systems and methods are failing left and right, and in the process dashing our hopes and dreams into little unsolvable puzzle pieces, making up real lives we must live out. To become successful, it's not what you know, but who you know. BusinessInsider.com says rapper Jay-Z, for example, is hip hop's first billionaire as of June 2019, despite never graduating from high school. Virgin Group founder and Virgin Records founder and chairman of Virgin Airlines, Richard Branson, quit school at 15 and has a net worth of $3.9 billion. ilovemoney.com says Bill Gates, co-founder of Microsoft, dropped out of Harvard University. He previously held the title of world's richest person for 13 consecutive years. He is now worth $138.4 billion. Also, Mark Zuckerberg, the Facebook co-founder and chief executive officer, dropped out of Harvard University after his sophomore year. He is worth $118.3 billion. Ted Turner, the head of Turner Broadcasting, Turner dropped out of Brown University to work for his father's company, Turner Advertising, which became Turner Broadcasting, when he took over the company after his father committed suicide. He has a net worth of $2.3 billion. And director Steven Spielberg was denied entry on 3 occasions due to his mediocre grades. When he did eventually go to college, he dropped out. He co-founded DreamWorks Studio in 1994. He has a net worth of $3.7 billion. ilovemoney.com continues. Jack Dorsey, the founding member of Twitter and founder of the payments company called Square, he went to Missouri University of Science and Technology, then transferred to NYU, then dropped out. He is worth about $10.9 billion. Dustin Moskovitz, the guy who helped Mark Zuckerberg launch Facebook from their Harvard dorm, dropped out of Harvard also and left Facebook and co founded the workflow software company Asana. The majority of Moskowitz's net worth comes from his 2% stake in Facebook. He is worth $21.1 billion. It's a similar story also for Michael Dell, who started his computer company in his University of Texas dorm room and later dropped out of college, with Dell Computers being one of the most profitable PC manufacturers in the world. Dell has a net worth of $58.2 billion. Some other successful people who dropped out of college are Apple co-founder Steve Jobs, Grammy-winning singer-songwriter Alicia Keys, pastor Joel Osteen, golfer Tiger Woods, actor-producer Brad Pitt, TV personality Rachel Ray, Kanye West. Also, you would be shocked at the list of famous high school dropouts. There's Johnny Depp, Katy Perry, Nicolas Cage, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Cameron Diaz, Tom Cruise, Quentin Tarantino, Charlie Sheen, Nicole Kidman, Simon Cowell of American Idol, Marilyn Monroe. These names were courtesy of Ranker.com. YahooFinance.com has some quotes about college by investor Warren Buffett. And there's many, many more names on that list of high school dropouts and college dropouts that I didn't list. There's tons of them, and you can look them up. But basically, the quotes from YahooFinance.com by investor Warren Buffett, who did go to college twice, in fact. He said about his own choice to go to college, he said it was more his father's idea than his own. Buffett told Yahoo Finance in a 2019 interview, Buffett's net worth is $134.8 billion. But he said in the interview, recognizing that college is expensive, Buffett explained, quote, "It's a big commitment to take 4 years, and the cost involved. There ought to be a reason you're going," end quote. He understands that college is not right for every person and should not be a requirement for every job. Buffett says, quote, "Some people are going to get a lot out of advanced education, and some people are going to get very little," and he goes on, "I don't even think it's important every person go to college at all." And he continues, "We have all kinds of jobs at $70,000 or $80,000 a year. College training is not of use with those jobs," basically. And he added, "And it's true that jobs that do not require a college degree are increasingly in demand as there are fewer workers to fill them." End quote. So, long story short, the moral of the story is it's not at all what you know in this life, okay? But it mostly, almost entirely is who you know. Becoming a success is a bit of coincidence, luck, and being at the right place at the right time, and setting personal goals and absolutely making them happen, and being driven to achieve what you set out to do, if you put your mind to it, you can do it. You can really do anything if you put your mind to it. But you have to go get it and want it and be persistent and tenacious to reach your goals. If you try hard enough, you can make your wildest dreams come true and manifest your desires. It's all up to you and inside you. It depends on how adjustable and creative you can be to find your niche, to fill a void or need, or to provide some type of service of some kind to eager, enthusiastic consumers. So we see right now a bunch of young people, a whole generation, a couple generations of young people going to college, and they're protesting right now on the side of Hamas, and they're actually calling themselves "We Are Hamas." They're saying at school gatherings, it's all happening around schools. They're setting up encampments, and they're just staying there. Cops are getting involved. There's people being arrested now. A lot of universities, Columbia, Boston University now. There's tons of them that are doing it. Ivy League schools and stuff. And they're paying these outrageous tuitions. Of course, their parents are helping them with the payments, and these people are spoiled brats that have no idea what it's like to work or anything in life. They just have everything handed to them. Most of them, silver spoons in their mouths. So this is all happening. They're going to school thinking they're learning things. They're being brainwashed and indoctrinated with these ideas that America is evil and the terrorists are actually the ones that they're siding with. It makes absolutely no sense. It's nonsensical. Someone going to college should be able to tell the difference between an innocent person being attacked and then a terroristic a terroristic organization. And it's just everything's backwards now, and it's been that way for a while. It's getting that way. People are just getting in people's faces for no reason. Society's becoming really rude, obnoxious. Driving is becoming really, really bad. People are being rude behind the wheel. So it's carrying over into the rudeness behind the wheel. Medical centers now, I went to my doctor to get a routine checkup and some tests a little while back. Signs saying basically, we will not tolerate harassment of our help or harassment of other clients or customers now, or patients. Now, that, in my opinion, should be plastered on all places of business in Massachusetts. If we're going to go this far and include everybody, have this inclusiveness in this state, and include everybody and not judge people and leave everything open-ended, well, then that needs to happen, because the medical community is right. It's getting very bad. They don't know what to do, so they're posting signs. You will be asked to leave. We will not tolerate it. Well, that needs to be in all businesses, because people are getting an attitude because of the prices, the inflation, the job market, society. People are rude now, so they're angry. They're behind the wheel. They get angry. You go for a simple car ride, you end up in a really bad mood because you get cut off. I almost got killed the other day. I could have if I wasn't thinking. This lady comes up behind me, and she's speeding up behind me, and I'm coming out of a business. Went to a store. She's coming out, and she's right on my butt. And I'm like, what are you doing, lady? So I slow down to figure out what's going on. I'm going to make a right turn. She actually goes around me to the left, looks at me like I'm crazy, like, and then she goes around me. She makes a right hand turn around my car as I'm trying to make a right hand turn, slowing down, checking traffic, being a responsible driver. This friggin' crackhead goes around me, and she's just insane. These people are absolutely insane. I can't believe how crazy these people are. There's something wrong with their brains. Now, everything is just total craziness right now. And it's, it ramped up, like I was saying before, in 2016. Of course, 2012 was the real change with the Mayan calendar and all that, and all the changes we were going to have. The Earth's core at that point started speeding up. So now it's actually speeding up. So, like, what that's doing, who knows? Because we're all where magnetic fields in the Earth's magnetic core affects us. It affects and controls migration of animals, birds, bees, all animals. Really, they're all connected. You know, sea life, dolphins, whales. They're all connected to this. This is what controls them. So, like, we're doing experiments under the earth. We're fracking. We're firing huge colliders in CERN, Switzerland, um, in Geneva, Switzerland, and they fired up CERN, wouldn't you know it, right on the eclipse. And then NASA is firing, on the day of the eclipse, fired rockets into the sun. They've done it before, but they're doing it now a lot more advanced, and they're firing these rockets to and they're calling the program it's a it's basically an acronym, APEP. Well, APEP, if you look at APEP, what APEP is he is an Egyptian serpent god. So they're calling it the Egyptian serpent god. Now the eclipse, and the when there's a full eclipse, and there's, like, the last eclipse 2017 had the ring of fire around it. Well, that's supposed to be the Ouroboros, or the dragon eating its tail. We're in the year of the dragon. There's so many coincidences going on right now. It's absolutely crazy. Everybody is totally unaware of it because they're just in their phones. They're infatuated with social media and entertainment and the mainstream news. They're not paying attention to other news at all. Things that are going on around us, dots that are being connected. The government, NASA, different programs putting these memes out in these programs with these names of gods and rituals. It's all ritual. So we're seeing a lot of stuff. And during the last eclipse, the alignments that were happening is all the same alignments in the same type of eclipse they saw before the Revolutionary War. So it's all trying to culminate and get us into this, feeling of there's a war coming, something big coming. And it could be aliens, you don't know. It could be nuclear war, or it could be civil war. So those are the three big things that I think could happen very soon. We don't know when. But these schools are very expensive. So you spend all this money on the schools. You have student debt programs now. Biden wants to forgive a lot of the students' debts. Well, now students are actually going against Biden regardless of that, and they're just becoming out of control. And they're stupid, and they're just out of control people that need to be, like, they need to be controlled and reined in, because they're gonna escalate the civil wars and all the little fragmented protests and stuff that are going on over the stupidest things and on the wrong side of issues. that are causing these disturbances, these uh, uprisings, these social disobedience is going to continue. You have less cops on a lot of places. They're trying to get rid of cops, and so you're gonna have to police yourself. And uh, emergency response times are down. Crime is up. You got China bringing in fentanyl, and they hit us with Corona, and they're destroying us without firing a shot. It's an old Chinese tactic. It goes way back, and they're doing it. They're doing it. They're just doing it. They're influencing things. They're buying all our land. They're influencing movies where they have to change scenes in different dialogues. They can't say certain things because the China men and the China businessmen and the companies are all donating to the studios to make the films that supply us with the entertainment that tells us what's going on in the world, which gives a an untrue view of what's going on. So anyway, I hope everything's all right, but this school thing is out of control, and the point is, you don't have to be a smart aleck, smartest person in the room. There, a lot of people have low IQs, and they're just not that smart. They think if they go to school, they can get smart somehow, and you can't do that. Like, it takes time, experience, life experience. You have to you have to lose things. You have to gain things. You have to work for things over time. You have to achieve things and see things in certain ways. It's not just go to school, listen to the professors, take the test, get the paper, get the degree, and you're fine. They might want you to believe that, but they're not learning anything. They're coming out of school, and there's no jobs for them. Where are they going to go? What are they going to do? Where are they going to work? You're paying all this money for tuition, the endowments in colleges, Ivy League colleges, soaring. Yet they're not protecting their students. The and you don't have to be. It's who you know. It's not what you know that gets you to where you got to go. You got to network, meet people, talk to this one who knows that one will hook you up with this, and this person introduce you to this person. You have the skills and you work hard and you get a skill that they want. Well, you're on board. That's how you make things happen. That's how you get rich. That's how you become successful in this world. Not by what they say, doing your job, keeping your head down. No, you speak up, you go out and get things, and you try your damnedest to make things happen. If you're in a position to do things, you jump on it, you do it, and it doesn't matter how smart you are, what school you go to. There's plenty of dropouts, tons of dropouts, college and high school dropouts that are famous, rich people, heads of companies, CEOs, actors, actresses, singers, musicians, tons of people that are just like extremely successful, and they don't play the game. They didn't have to do it their way because their way does not work. Their way is a joke. So you do it your way because everyone's story is different, and and everyone's got different circumstances, and you make it work with your circumstances. That's how it works. And I don't care what they say. Go to school all you want. Put me up against any. I'll do a I'll do an intelligent IQ test towards any college student. I bet you nowadays I'd be up there pretty high, if not smarter than them, knowing basic knowledge and common sense stuff because they're stupid. They're being taught the wrong things. They're being taught to hate America. It's going to be a whole generation coming up that hates America. They were cheering the other day because they were taking down an American flag at a university. Cheering. Like it's some good thing that they're taking down flags. I don't get how that's good. So we're going to see, there's got to be a boiling point at some point. It's going to froth over, and people are going to start being, they're going to feel the effects. And yeah, it's going to be a different world very soon. It's already a different world, but it's going to even get crazier and more different. So you have lawlessness taking effect, defund police, more crime, more fentanyl. Chinese are bringing it in. You got the Mexican border open, bringing stuff in. Canadian border, there's stuff coming in there, I'm sure, but definitely the Mexican border, and it's all happening. So we got big problems, big problems, and so all I can say is keep your head up and do the best you can, and try to survive. Keep God in mind and Jesus, and you just keep asking them for help. That's all you can do. Well, anyway, thank you for joining me today. This is Joe Santiago signing off. Try to love one another. Enjoy your life. Until next time, keep the faith and peace out.